Hope you are as well. Where you're from today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about this fact might shock you. This fact might shock you in the Philippines. What a joy, such a joy it is to come back to you again, my friends. And I do want to say, those here for the first time, if you would please click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue to see fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Yes, good to see you, first man up in the house number one. D, where you going? D, going to eat? Where? Video? I'll be here. So, yeah, this fact might shock you, man. And that fact is, in July 4th, 1776, black people were still slaves. I know it might shock some of you. And some of you celebrate, some of you Americans out there celebrate Independence Day, but your people were still slaves. You were not independent. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you're African American out there and you celebrate a slavery day, that's a day of enslavement. You still were a slave. Your ancestors were still a slave. Yeah, I know you didn't know that, but you celebrate a holiday that allows you to look down upon your ancestors. This nation has not yet treated us equally. We're still being treated as slaves. Economic slavery, mental slavery, social slavery. We are still, many of us are still locked up with chains on our mind, chains on our personality, chains on our environment, change in our household, changing on the finances, change, man. Yeah, you can't see the change, but I see the change, baby, every day. Smooth sound in the house, what's up? I see the change every day, in every way. I'm not gonna let the United States of America, doggone America, pull the wool over my eyes. Nah. Yeah, we was free. The Americans were free. The white Caucasian Americans were free, but the slaves were still slaves. Your great ancestors were still in bondage. And now they're trying to say, well, if you was American, you was free. No, my people were not free. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, my people are still not free. We the people, America, the land of the home, land of the brave, home of the brave, land of the free. That's a lie. And America needs to repent for how they treated African Americans. Americans needs to give reparations for how they used and abused our people for hundreds of years. And now they want us to say, you free now, we no longer slaves. Yeah, but what happened? What about the time you dogged us up? What about the time you beat us? What about the time you raped our women? What about that? You just want us to forget about it? I'm not forgetting. You said, well, you're not over. No, I'm not over that. I'll never get over that. I'll never forget. Because this history is not taught in the public schools in America. They don't teach about how slaves were beaten. They don't teach us about how our women, African American women, were raped and slaves. They don't teach us about how we were less than treated just a little bit better than animals. They don't teach y'all about that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't take the time, make the time late, and shake the time to learn it, you'll always be living in a lie. The American big lie. Independence Day is for fools. It's not for African Americans. It's for the people who want to believe the big lie. That's another big lie. Like all Americans are free. No, we weren't free. We didn't gain no freedom until 1865, and it was a false freedom. So I'm telling you, man, for you guys out there, you can do what you want to do. But as for me, I'll never celebrate Independence Day again because I don't believe in it. Just like Columbus Day, I don't believe in that either. Okay? You gotta have some understanding of the history. You gotta know your history so it won't be a mystery. Many of you are celebrating a holiday that's not for you, not for your people, not for your kind. You said, BobbieD, I'm American, so I celebrate a holiday. Yeah, you're American, but what about your ancestors that wasn't American? Our ancestors had no citizenship. Our ancestors had no rights. They were slaves, property. You know, like a dog. They beat us like dogs. They cheated us like dogs. And I don't celebrate that. I don't celebrate because I remember what I learned in school. I didn't learn this in the public school. I learned this in college, in a historically black college and university. That's how I learned it. You know? And so I don't celebrate Independence Day nor Columbus Day because I know the truth. Yeah. And the truth has made me free. And the Bible said when you are free indeed. I'm free in my mind about what they did to us. I'm free in my mind that I understand our people were slaves then, okay? And I don't celebrate that holiday because it doesn't mean a thing to me, okay? And that's why many of us are still slaves to this day. Freedom comes with a cost. Freedom comes with a price. And they paid the price for their freedom, but they still kept us bonded, you know? And the problem is this: many African Americans even participated in the war. Many of us fought for England. You know, many of us fought for the U.S. Yeah, we fought, but we get no credit. As if we didn't. They made us fight. And so it is impossible for me to bow down and celebrate a holiday that I feel that's injustice, that I feel that's wrong, that I feel that ignores a history of a people that they took involuntarily. Many of us were taken involuntarily from our home motherland, okay? Now I understand what happened. And so my eyes are open on that. I'll never celebrate the 4th of July until they start treating us like real first-class citizens. You think I'm playing with you? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. A few days ago, a black American was shot 61 times. Oh yeah, he was running from the po-po, you know, but he dropped his gun. And they saw it too. Yeah, and they shot the man 61 times. Who does that? America does that. Caucasian American does that to African Americans every day. You think I'm playing with you? You know what I'm talking about. Don't play with me. Who does that? Yeah. 61 times, 61 bullets. And they shot over 90 rounds, okay? And 61 of the bullets landed in this man's body. That's unheard of. That's overkill. The man had no arms, okay? And he would happen to be African American. If he was white, do you think they would have shot him 61 times? Nah. They wouldn't even shot him. They would have foot chased him and caught him like they're supposed to do. Punks, policemen, supposed to be doing the right thing. They do the right thing when it comes to color. They do the right thing when it comes to their Caucasian color. But when it comes to the African American, they shoot us down like dogs. They execute us because they have a license to kill. And their license is to kill African Americans. If that man happened to be Caucasian, he wouldn't have got shot 61 times. He probably wouldn't have got shot at all. Okay? There's a disparity in this nation. And if you don't understand that, you got a problem, brothers. You might be an Oreo, okay? But I'm telling you, man, I don't celebrate the 4th of July, and I never will. 2 years ago, I stopped because I realized it was wrong. You got people like Mitch McConnell and all these other people in Congress. All they want to do is keep the black people under their feet. We don't have enough legislators in Congress to get us some real laws that would help the African Americans. Oh, we had a black president. We have a black white president. A black vice president. But we're still not getting any positive results. Obama had 8 years, and I didn't see any tangible results in his whole 8 years. I saw a few things here and there, and that's because the legislature is all lily white. When you have a lily white legislature, Congress, almost all lily white, not 100%, the executive branch can't get a whole lot done. Okay, so I don't hold Obama accountable for that. I hold the legislature accountable for that. Okay, Just like right now, we have a Republican majority, and it's wrong how they treat African Americans in United States. Let all the legislation come out to down us out, put us down. And they're trying to elect somebody, re-elect somebody that had 4 years and tried stomped on us like we were nothing, and they want to talk about putting them back in office. No, no, no. Okay? And if you, some of you right now who listening to me, who looking at me, voted for that man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you. You voted for somebody that put you down and put your people down. Just because you, well, he said he gonna help the man who got the money, keep their money. Bump that. It's not about no money, it's about life. It's about living. It's about being respectable. It's about being treated like with dignity. Okay? Thank you so much, dear, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, my brother, from another mother. Yeah, it's about dignity, man. It's about unity. That's one of the reasons we all messed up right now. There's very little black unity. Yeah, we gave it away for the sake of $1. Make us holler. All the black people got money. They living with the white folks. They moved out the hood. Forgot all about the people down on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, man, I don't celebrate 4th of July. I will never celebrate it because it is not symbolic of my reality. It is not symbolic of my ancestors' reality. Yeah, I'm American. I'm happy to be an American citizen, but I'm not happy the way they treat us. Okay? We're still being treated like dirt. We're still being treated like dogs. We're still being treated like second-class citizens. We're still being treated like we don't count. We don't matter. Shoot them 61 times. They ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. And they ain't gonna say nothing about it. Well, I'm saying something about it is wrong. It is wrong. And America should be ashamed of this. Until America repents for what they did to our people, they will never be the nation they could be. Okay? You said, well, Bobby, you wrong. You're American. Yeah, I'm American. I was born there. I wasn't born there by my choice. You think I choose to be born? I didn't choose to be born there. You know, my ancestors were stolen from Africa, and yeah, I was born in America. That makes me an American. Okay? But I'm always the kind of person, when I see wrong, I'm gonna call it out. Okay? They treating us wrong, and it's never gonna be right until they publicly, internationally repent for what they did to us and give us reparations. I don't want no money. I just want them to acknowledge that what they did to us was wrong. And people like Mitch McConnell talking about there's no systemic racism, need to be ashamed of yourself. Okay? That's a lie. Systemic racism is all through America. When America was founded on systemic racism because they believe that all men are created equal. All Caucasian men, it's an implication. Because when this country was formed, we were not considered a man. We were not considered human. We were considered less than a dog, an animal. So that those laws, that Constitution, those amendments, all of that stuff wasn't written for us. Okay? It was written for the Caucasian American. Okay? And then now the Caucasian America is trying to fight for their lives because the African American, the minority population is rising up. The Spanish American population is rising up. And now they are trying to stop us from moving up because our numbers are increasing yearly. Okay? So they're doing everything they can to put us down. Okay? And I'm telling you, if you're an African American out there, you better keep your eyes wide open. Don't think slavery cannot come back again. Slavery was legal. You hear me? He said, well, it wasn't legal. Stop the lie. Slavery was legal. They legally chained and enslaved your parents, your great-grandparents, and your ancestors. They legally had chains on them. They legally raped your ancestors. They legally killed your ancestors and lynched them. It was legal. Okay? That was legal. Because we were slaves. And they could do anything they wanted to us. And to this day, my brothers and my sisters, the same mess is happening. You think I'm playing with you? I just told you 61 times. That's all you got to remember. 61 times. Say it with me. 61 times. Who does that? The man had no weapon. He was running. It was about 4 or 5 cops out there, and they just drilled him down to the ground. Overkill, because he had this melanin in his skin like I got, and some of you got. It is wrong. It'll never be right. And if you don't call it out for what it is, you're wrong. That's right as well, because you become complicit to the 61 times. Every bullet in that man's body, if you don't call it out as wrong, you become complicit to those actions. You become complicit to that murder, that heinous crime that was done because they had a license to kill. Okay? I'm telling you, man, it is wrong. It'll never be right. Let's go who on this house today with us. Ron Chain, BobbieD. Yeah, number 1 in the house today. So good to see you, so good to see you, so good to see you. Yeah, we got a fact that some of you don't even know about. Your ancestors were slaves, and you sitting up there barbecuing and have a good time. Yeah, your ancestors turning over in their grave. What about us? That's what they're saying. You forgot about us, how they treated us. That's what they're saying. Brian Train, BobbieD, thank you so much for the donation to the nation. More blessing, much love. Smooth Sound, number 2, just wanted to. He said, congratulations, Mr. Diaz. Smooth Sounds, I think we're going to have to change your name to Smooth Sounds number 2. Good to see you, Brian Train, BobbieD. Diaz, he said, Smooth Sound, what's eye on you? Thanks, man. So good to see you, so good to see you, so good to see you. I'm out here to my Yellow Mall these years out here taking some business, taking care of some business. She just called me, so I think I don't know, I'm going to text you back in a minute. Let's see, we got Ron Train, BobbieD. Marquette, what's up, man? Good to see you in the house today. Perfect Hayes in the house. What's up, what's up, what's up? He said, hello. Hey, man, we doing good, man. Just doing our business today out here in the mall. And it ain't small. We taking care of our business right, tight, long, and strong. Howard Dorsey Griffith, what's up, man? You good, man? So good to see you in the house today. You didn't tell buddy. My Akron, Ohio. I just got in from Manila. Loved it. And will return later on in the year for work. Thanks for the commentary. You're welcome, my brother. So good to see you, Howard. Hey, man, if you haven't signed up, if you haven't hit that like button and subscribe button, do that for me, man. Like, subscribe, share the program. So good to have my people on the show with me this morning. It's a blessing to know that somebody cares for you, somebody shares with you, sometimes they shed a tear for you. I shed a tear for that black man that got shot 61 times. And they're trying to cover it up. The policeman is wrong, because whenever you shoot somebody to kill, you have to make sure that you have a reasonable cause that they're going to shoot you first. There was no reasonable cause for them to shoot a man running and shoot him in the back. 61 bullets. Those men should get some time. But if the jury is really right, they'll get off scot-free and they'll be able to do it again. Okay? We have to. If I was out there right now where the man got shot, I'd be protesting. I have me a sign protesting. Because it is wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? People need to stand up for what's wrong in this world. Stand up for what's right and put down what's wrong. Okay? Until we do that, we're going to be still considered as slaves in the minds of the Caucasians. Yeah. You think Mitch McConnell consider us as free men? Nah. He might go up there and play like that, but in the back of his mind, we ain't nothing but the N-word, okay? That's all of his right. And you can tell that by the type of legislation he puts out. You can tell that. He thinks nothing of us. And that's just one example of how the legislature, the government, makes legislation to promote the white folks, okay? You say, well, Bobby, you just prejudiced. No, I'm not prejudiced. I just remember. I was taught in school how they mistreated our people, and I'll never forget it. It made an impression on my mind. And I've decided that I will never celebrate a holiday that we were not free in, that we were still considered slaves in. And I would suggest you consider it and be in prayer about it as well. All right, that's it for now, guys. These dudes waiting on me. I got to go. I'm gonna come back to you today in another one. We out here at the Yellow Mall, and we having a ball. Let me show you what's going on here. We out here around the mall. It's about little bit after 10 o'clock. The mall's just opening up. People are about doing their business. And I got to find Lisa D. I think she's waiting on me with DD so I'm going to walk over here and see if I can find her. But, yeah, man, it's a shame. You know, you got to have your eyes open when you're in America. Try to put the wool over your eyes like we was all free. We wasn't free. My people wasn't free. You know, I'm not free right now. Based on the legislation that keep coming out, it just took the right for a woman to have abortion. And who's that going to affect the most? Minorities. Because minorities are going to be out in the streets, in the back alley, doing their thing, and people are getting killed. It's going to happen again. Minorities are most affected by it. All right, Lisa's here. We're getting ready to go. We're getting ready to go up to the escalator. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, in the Yellow Mall, having a ball. Huh? Yeah.
I didn't get notification.
Huh?
I didn't get notification.
I don't know why. I'm going to show you some features of the Yellow Mall. I was on the basement level. There's two basements, a level 1 and a level 2. I was on level 2. Now we're going up to top floor. This is the first floor. You going to eat?
Yeah.
All right, we get ready to go get some breakfast. We got out pretty early this morning. Didn't get any breakfast yet. Where you going? Huh? You got your choice. You go to Jollibee,
No.
Burger King,
No.
McDonald's. Where?
Bye.
Huh? Where you want to go?
It's okay.
Huh?
McDonald's is okay.
All right, let's go to McDonald's. All right, she want to go to McDonald's. I'm not a big McDonald's fan. I like Burger King over McDonald's any day. But she want to go to McDonald's, so that's fine. You know why she want to go to McDonald's, y'all? Rice, baby. She can get some of that rice. She like McDonald's rice. I don't know why. She said they have good rice, right, Lisa D?
Better than others.
Oh, okay. And you see we're going back up on the other escalator. And we're headed over to McDonald's.
Thank you so much, Diaz, for the donation.
Thank you so much, Diaz, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love to you. This is the first of 2. I'll be coming back again on another.
Juneteenth.
Huh?
Happy Independence Day.
What'd you say?
He said Juneteenth.
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 Yeah. I celebrate Juneteenth. That was a wonderful recognition of the true slavery end date in America. And it took years for this country to recognize that. And we should always, any person that's African American should celebrate Juneteenth. 4th of July is a joke. It's a joke. It's a tribute to the Caucasians and a tribute to how they put us down and didn't even put us in the history book. They made us fight the British. And some of us fought for the British. If you go back, next broadcast I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a history lesson. It's gonna be a StreamYard history lesson. I'm gonna show y'all how they made us fight in the American War, Revolutionary War. They made the black people fight for them. And then the British, this is what the British did, y'all. They had the British had a very, very good scheme. They told the slaves, if you fight for us, we'll make you free. And you know what? Slaves broke out and they fought for the British. Some of them got free, but most of them did. Okay? So we fought, not only did we fight for the British, we fought for the Americans too. But we get no credit. You don't find that in a regular history book. You got to go to HBCU to find that kind of information. Okay? Because it's covered up. It's a big cover up and it's a big lie that we don't contribute to this country. We built this country from the ground up. Okay? The White House that Biden is in right now, we built that. Black people, from the blood, sweat, and tears on our back. We built that, okay? Y'all didn't know that. I know some of y'all didn't know that. They think that, yeah, they just built that for us. That's called the White House, and white people built it. No! We built that
Put your eyeglass.
from the ground up, okay? Slavery. slaves did that. We didn't have no citizenship. We didn't even have a right to vote till the 60s, y'all. Did you hear me? I know some of y'all man can't even conceive that idea. Some of y'all can't even understand that fact. But you had no right to vote until the Voting Rights Act was passed by the blood, sweat, and tears of people like Representative John Lewis, Hosea Williams, Martin Luther King Jr. Those people marched until we got a right to vote. Some of you don't even know that. You think we was born in this country to have a right to vote. No, you were not. You were not born in this country to have a right to vote. You was born in this country to be a slave before the voting rights vote was passed. You weren't thought of as decent enough to have a vote in this country. You had no voice in this country. And you sitting up here celebrating 4th of July. Shame on you. Get your mind right. Understand what happened to your people. Understand what's going on with your people right now. 61 times. That's all I got to say to you. Remember that. 61 bullets. Put in somebody that was running away from the cops. Okay? He was running away. He wasn't running towards them, trying to shoot them. He was running away. They shot him 61 times. Okay? All right, guys. That's it for now. I got to go. Let's go, Lisa. Ready?
Did you read the research of Howard Dorsey?
Yeah. What'd you say? Read it.
You said you read it.
Read it.
You said, hello, BobbieD from Akron,
Yeah, I got that.
Ohio.
Yeah. All right, guys. We get ready to go eat breakfast. We'll be back later on. This is BobbieD.
And the two queen, Lisa D.
Saying take care.
Got that.
And peace.